and wobbling in the process of this democratic system. We have the PDP, which has stood the test of time from 1999 to now. It is about the oldest political party in Nigeria now, because other political parties that came with the PDP have simply melted into some other parties, or they have metamorphosed and have become something else rather than the initial image and name that they bore at the beginning of the democratic system in 1999. We had the People's Democratic Party, the PDP, and then we have the All Progressive Party, the APP, and of course we had the AD, Action Democracy, or what they call that party. I think I've forgotten the name of the party now, but it is actually AD. And of course, those were the three political parties that contested for elections in 1999. And of course, since that time, other parties have come into the foray. Even the AD itself had metamorphosed into ACN. And when the CPC came, the CPC of Muhammadu Buhari came in, they went into alliance, and the ACN and the CPC melted together, and today we have what we call the APC. And of course, other parties too are still there trying to find their bearings in the political wilderness of Nigeria. And of course, this morning we shall focus our attention on political parties in this democratic dispensation. What role have parties played? Have parties been able to live to their expectations? And to what extent have political parties been able to serve as image makers of the government that they are running? Over the years, the PDP started it, and of course we saw how the PDP itself had some internal challenges, and as a result of that, many of the things that happened with the PDP have simply contributed in weakening the party. And today the PDP is totally in disarray, looking at the current situation that it is going through. And I think what the PDP is going through is simply a reflection of what other parties are equally going through. One of the major challenges, of course, has been internal democracy, which is absent in most of these political parties. Parties, ideally, were supposed to be the microcosm of the government that they control. In other words, they are supposed to look and serve as the image of the government that they establish. But from 1999 to date, any party that is ruling appears not to have firm control of the government. It started with the PDP. We saw how Chief Olusegun Obasanjo had change the leadership of the party, or rather have influenced immensely on who emerges as the leader of the party. We saw it that time right from the days of people like Ahmadu Ali, who was one-time national chairman of the PDP, and some other party leaders that also came in after Ahmadu Ali. And of course, we saw how the party continued to get weaker because of the kind of absence of internal democracy that the party had sought for and could not get it over time. Even the APC, that simply was a metamorphosis of the ACN and the CPC, simply came in and they had their own challenges. We saw how Adams Oshomole, who was the party chairman when it became the APC, had issues of controlling party members and influencing political decisions as far as the party is concerned. And that also led to his removal as the party national chairman. And of course, since then, the APC have never been the same. And what is happening at national level is equally a reflection of what is happening at state level, as well as at local government level and even at ward level. Party stalwart, foot soldiers, party leadership have not been able to exert influence on the executives. And in other claims, we've seen how political parties have rose to become very strong when it comes to controlling the government as well as politicians within the hierarchy of the party. But in Nigeria, the reverse has always been the case. We have seen the party leadership always struggling with the executive arm, sometimes in a serious fiasco and loggerhead, not party executives. While the party executives wanted to control the executive, and that have led to so many ill feelings among many of the political stalwart or party stalwart, and in most situations, this and so many ugly situations have led to the weakening of the party itself. And many a times that has also led to cross-carpeting among many party membership. We've seen how politicians have changed from one party to another, and in most situations, many of these political juggernauts have always have their co-travelers who move along with them from one party to another. Most of the times, the party has simply become a platform that a politician feels he can propel himself to not just stardom, but even to victory at the polls. And no sooner has he won the election, and then he abandons the party, and of course he becomes haywires and cannot be controlled by the party leadership. This complete lack of administrative functional structure within the party have most at times put party members in disarray, and most at times internal democracy within the party, and that has wrought a lot of untold damages on political parties as well as their influence within the political space. Stephen J., you are welcome to the program.
Thank you so much, Doctor. Good morning.
Good morning. Yes, we've been expecting the guest, and of course, he has not been able to make it.
Yeah.
And I feel that even though you are still young, I'm sure you've witnessed about 2 or 3 elections in Nigeria.
Yes, actually. You can't die, you go die again.
You didn't vote in 2011?
2011 actually voted.
You voted?
Yes.
Okay, but 2007 you didn't?
2007, no, I did not.
But from 2011, when you started voting, to 2015, 2019, and 2023, you've participated in 4 electoral
processes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that is enough period for you to at least experience 1 or 2 things.
Yes.
Now, today we are talking about political parties in Nigeria. And what appears to be your first impression of a political party?
When it comes to in Nigeria, when we talk about a Nigerian political party, everybody has their own different opinion or probably idea about political parties, but generally political parties are supposed to be a safe zone for us to choose the right leader and a better person that will actually lead the country for us. But in Nigeria, the definition is like it's changing. I think this political safe zone for every candidate is actually coming out, especially if the party is on the winning side. Probably you're in the winning side party, and then you discover that okay, you have a big assurance that okay, definitely you either be the governor or the president or the chairman or the whatsoever position you actually have, you have so much confidence for you to actually win. Political parties are supposed to be where you are or even more louder than the candidate itself in Nigeria, and which is not supposed to be so. The candidate is supposed to be more important than the party itself. And then the party is supposed to be one of the areas that will actually push the candidate very well. But now we more respect the party more than the candidate, because we feel that since it's the ruling party, it started from the era of the PDP, where we have PDP rule for about
16 years.
16 years, and then later on it was handed over to the APC, and I believe APC to have the agenda to actually rule even better or higher than that, higher than that particular number. But one of the things, anytime they talk about political parties, I just see it as an area where people see it as a candidate, see it as a safe zone to actually become the next leader in Nigeria. But political parties are supposed to be more than that. They are supposed to be an area to, I believe, from the political party is where the major election is, where the political parties were able to select a candidate that is really worthy of that particular position. A candidate that a political party is supposed to be that area that the candidate is being screened very well before, when we're talking about the primary election. Even before the primary election, all candidates were supposed to be screened to see what those candidates have done in the past, and
an equal chance and opportunity given to all those who declared their interest.
Yeah.
So when a party filled a candidate that is of immense quality, a candidate that is highly reputable, a candidate that is well respected, a candidate whose integrity is not in question as far as the court of public opinion is concerned. Such kind of candidate can serve to promote the party. And you know, the party itself needed campaign